So you've heard about the DOT Blitz that's happening next week, Tuesday through Thursday. That's what we're talking about today. So hang on, and we'll be right back to it. Hello, this is Artis with Cajun Couple Trucking, and today we're talking about the DOT Blitz that's happening Tuesday through Thursday, May 16th through 18th. It's a 72-hour blitz. So don't think that because you drive at night, you're not going to be affected. What they're focusing on this year for the blitz is interlock braking systems and load securement. Okay. Now, yes, load securement is mostly for flatbeds, but don't think that we're not going to get pulled in with reefers and dry vans. All right, they're mainly going to be checking our ABS braking systems and load securement, but they're not going to neglect our logs, permits, paperwork, and our paper logs. Okay, guys. So here's why I'm releasing this before Saturday, because I usually release a video every Saturday. I'm releasing this because if you start today and have zero log violations for today till Tuesday, that's your 8 days, okay? That's as far back as they go. So let's talk about this. They're going to be there's going to be a lot more weigh stations open during that 72 hours. There's going to be a lot of these pop-up weigh stations. And they're going to pull trucks in until the ramp's full. Then they're going to let you bypass. Is usually how it happens, okay? If you don't understand this, if you're in training, talk to your trainer. You need to be doing your pre-trip every single day. No surprises. There's no use for us to go in and have an air leak, to have tires that won't pass inspection, to have oil leaks, lights out, all this they're going to check. They're going to check all this. They're going to do a lot of inspections. I don't know the exact numbers, but this 72 hours, they're going to give out more citations to commercial vehicle drivers than they will pretty much all year long, okay? So be ready. Be ready. Okay, for the ABS, you want to check your air lines or your hydraulic lines. Guys and hot shots, believe me, you will be pulled in too. Check your pads and your shoes, your brake linings and all that. Make sure you have plenty of, and I'm sorry about the noise, I'm sitting in Carl's Jr. doing this. And they're going to be checking pretty much everything that they normally check, but they're going to be focusing on the ABS and load securement. All right. Now, flatbed drivers, this means you're going to be wanting to check all your straps, all your chains. Remember, your chain and your straps, you only have so many cuts and breaks and abrasions in a strap that you can have. Chains are only as strong as their weakest link. They have gauges that they use. They are definitely going to be on this, guys. Definitely going to be on this. So at this point, it's not your company. It's not them who gets charged with this. It's not them who gets the tickets. It's not them who gets the citations. It's not them who has to pay for all this. It's you. As a driver, you're the one, doing this. Also, make sure you're securing things correctly, because they're going to be looking at that, especially you guys that carry reels. I see a lot of guys going up and down the interstate with reels that, I know these reels are a lot heavier than the 2 chains you got on it. I mean, come on. You need to make sure you secure your load completely. If you don't know about load securement, there are so many resources. YouTube is a great resource. There are books sold at just about every single truck stop across the country on load securement. Okay, guys. Um, but you want to make sure that your logs are straight. That's one of the first things they're going to do. They want you to transfer your logs. When you transfer your logs, the last 8 days are going, and you can't use the excuse, I don't know how. I don't know how to use a CLD. I don't know, because you're supposed to have a book in the truck that shows you how to use your ELD. If you don't have that, that's a citation. Okay? All your permits, your book of permits, your cab card, all your paperwork, your everything that you need for a regular level 1 needs to be 100% on par, ready to go, within arm's reach. Now let's talk about another citation. It's really, really easy to get, and even easier to avoid getting: seatbelts. I see a lot of guys driving into these way stations, and whenever they hit that 30 miles per hour, oh, I'm on a private road, I'm going to take my seatbelt off. When you drive up, I know I'm in training, but I used to train this, okay? Guys, I know this. When you go into a way station, put your driver's side window down, keep your seatbelt on, okay? If you get picked for an inspection and you come around and you back into that spot where they direct you to, you do not remove your seatbelt. Don't take your seatbelt off. When they come up and introduce themselves, say, I'm Officer so-and-so, I'll be doing your inspection, you're getting a level 1, level 2, level 5, whatever it is. At that point, you ask, may I remove my seatbelt? You are pointing out to them that you're using your seatbelt. You are recognizing that they see that you're using your seatbelt, and you're asking permission to take it off. Now they can't write you a ticket. They can't write you a citation for no seatbelt. They can't say I didn't see it. They can't say that I didn't know. Guys, there's not only local, state level, there's federal level officers during this. Federal level officers are going to be at the way stations during this 72-hour blitz. Okay? Watch it. Make sure that you have paper logs on board. Make sure that you have your paperwork in order. Make sure that you have all your permits. And don't forget, some states that were accepting, I think there's like 3 or 4 of them since January, that were accepting the digital permits, are no longer accepting the digital permits. So if you're in one of those states, you need to have that printed permit out, okay? Make sure your IFTA tags are current. Make sure that your inspections, or your DOT inspections, are current. Make sure that your load is secure. If it requires 2 straps, put 2 straps. If you're not sure, throw a second strap on there just to make sure, okay? You'll never, ever, ever get a ticket for too many straps, too many chains. But you will get a ticket for not enough straps, not enough chains, not enough securement, okay? And don't think that because you got it tarped, that they're not going to say, hey, untarp this, let's look at it. If they have reasonable doubt that it's not secured well enough, they'll have you take the tarp off. All they got to do is unbungee the tarp, flip it up, and they can see. They look on your bill of lading, see how much it weighs. They can see how many straps or chains you have. If they want to see where the chains go, take it all the way off. Come on, guys, smarten up. You can't go into a way station and tell an officer, no, you can't do that. No, you can't do that. It's against the law for you to make me do that. No, it's not, guys. You're driving a commercial vehicle on public roads. We're held to a higher, which means a more stringent, more strict standard than a regular car is. Okay? And they do know that regular cars, 4-wheelers, are an issue on the road. Last year they did a blitz on cars, on 4-wheelers, and wrote more tickets in impounded vehicles than they did on the commercial vehicle side. So they're going to be doing the 4-wheeler blitz again. They've already said they want to do it again. They want to organize them and want to make them yearly. But it doesn't matter what that 4-wheeler's doing. It doesn't matter what that pickup's doing. It doesn't matter what that hot shot's doing. It doesn't matter what DOT's doing, doesn't matter what, RTS is doing, any company out there, you cover yourself. You keep yourself good. You keep your license good. Don't worry about anybody else. You take care of you. Your company's not going to cover you. Your company's not going to say, oh, we'll pay that ticket for that chain. We'll pay that ticket for that strap that was ripped. We'll pay that ticket for that load not being secure. They're going to come back and say, you're the trained professional. You're the one who should have known that. You're the one who's in control of that. You're the captain of your ship. Your ship is your truck. Yes, we may own the truck. You're the one that's responsible for every single load that goes on it. Come on, guys, don't be naive. You know that's how it's going to happen. But I wanted to go over that. Again, the Department of Transportation, Commercial Vehicle Safety Alliance, and the FMCSA are all in on this. They're all out there and going to be out there Tuesday through Thursday working in tangent with law enforcement. They are out there to make our streets safer, not to make your job tougher. Okay? Allow for extra time for your load during this 72 hours. Okay, guys? Because I can guarantee last year when I was driving Hot Shot and this happened, I got stopped 3 times in 2 days during the Blitz. All 3 times level 1 inspections. Make sure you have enough time. And believe me, when you go over that pre-pass, when you're in that pre-pass lane, you go through there and you go over those weigh-in motion, if you're speeding, you will get pulled in the 72 hours. Okay? They do have a radar detector right there. When you run through and it picks up your pre-pass and it sends your truck information in, and you roll over those scales in the road, and they're detecting if you're overweight or what. There's a little radar that detects your speed too. There's a camera that takes a picture. Even if you don't get pulled in, don't expect that you got away with something, because they know you passed it. They send your company, your safety rating goes up because you passed that scale. You were told to come in, but you didn't. And another thing, guys, especially you hotshot guys, okay? I'm going to tell you right now. If your company tells you don't go into a scale unless that pre-pass turns red, they're lying to you. Okay? If it turns green, you can go past it. If it says bypass, you can go past it. Otherwise, if that scale's open, you have to go in. Let's get this straight. It's not only on red, go in. It's anything but green, go in. Okay? Otherwise, you can get charged for passing a station. And if there's a spare officer and they want to chase you down, they'll chase you down. Now you're going to get a citation. Now they're going to look at you 10 times harder. Why did you want to pass us? Why are you running from us? What secrets are you hiding? What citations can we write? And believe me, they'll get you. And this is the time of year where you'll hear drivers over the next month or so start complaining about the DOT, start complaining about weigh stations, and start complaining, oh, we need to go back to paper logs and all this because they got a ticket. And I've seen one last year in excess of $20,000. Can you afford a $20,000 ticket because of your logs not being in order? Because after so many violations, they start doubling the amount of the ticket for every single violation. Can you afford that? Can you afford thousands of dollars in tickets? Can you even afford hundreds of dollars in tickets? Can you afford taking any money out of your bank account for any reason other than supporting your family or your lifestyle? I don't want to take $1 out of my account doesn't go towards supporting me and my family. If it's for a citation, especially one that I could have avoided, knowing this a week in advance, knowing that I should have had my logs in order, knowing that I should have my paperwork ready, knowing that I should have had my ELD instruction booklet ready, knowing that I needed to check my tire tread depth, knowing that I needed to check all my lights, knowing that I needed to check my load before I left. Why would you put yourself forward for a ticket? Yeah, it's like standing up in line going, "Hey officer, give me that ticket. I want that ticket." Don't do it, guys. If you have any questions, leave them in the bottom in the comments. I'll try to answer them. If I can't get the answer, I'll try to shoot you over a link to a website that can give you answers. Just remember, it's May 16th, starting at midnight that night, for the next 72 hours till Thursday night, Friday morning, midnight. So remember, Monday night, Tuesday morning, midnight, to Thursday night, Friday morning, midnight. 72 hours. And don't expect a lot of these scales to close at night like they've been doing. Don't expect that. Some will, most won't. And believe me, we're being targeted at this point. They've already said they're targeting us. So let's keep it clean. Let's do what we can to reduce the citations. And let's get, I don't remember, but I think I read on the website last year they gave out over 1,600 violations in this 72-hour period. That's a lot. That's a lot, people. All right, well, as always, like, subscribe, share, comment, and hit that little bell notification. Let you know whenever I'm going to post a new video. When I post a new video, I'm going to post this one tonight. Well, this morning. I'm doing it early in the morning. But I'm posting it today again because I want everybody to have the 8 days that you need to make sure your log is clean. Everybody that watches, okay? So, y'all, take care. Keep the shiny side up, the rubber side down, and the mirrors between the ditches. And we'll catch you next week. Thank you.